ブラッドレインカテゴリー、イージー 2% となっております。こちら解説の方いらっしゃいません。有識者いらっしゃいましたら、応募要項を読んだ上での応募もしくはチャットをアシストしていただけると私がめっちゃくちゃ嬉しいです。ブラッドレインっていうのは、ターミナルリアリティを開発したホラーを基調とした TPX のアクションアドベンチャーゲーム。日本からはエレクトロニックアーツからプレイステーション2版と PC 版が発売された。また、レインの父親との戦いを描く続編のブラッドレイン2、こちら日本版未発売で 2D アクションとなったブラッドレインシンクの反逆者が発売されています。ハーフヴァンパイアである主人公レインと秘密組織 GGG との戦いを描く。レインはヴァンパイアの父親が人間の父親と母親のハーフのダンピール。まあ、要するに、ダンピールってそもそも人と吸血鬼のハーフっていうことで。出ますね。基本的にダンピールなんで主に吸血鬼を殺すものみたいな感じですかね。うん。で通常のヴァンパイアの弱点も、克服ができています。また、ブリムストーン・ソサエティと呼ばれる超自然的な脅威を追跡し、破壊する秘密結社に所属しています。
Hello, hello, everybody. You are watching
ホラーとアクションが重なってる感じですね。
benefiting Malala Fund. We are having a fantastic time. We have had some fantastic runs, and we have more coming up for you. I did want to give you some updates on some of our incentives, specifically the Save Wario and Luigi one for Super Mario 64 DS is at 280 out of the 3,500 needed to make that happen. And if we do
主
make
人
that,
公のレインは、ブレード
play the DS exclusive
が主な
content
武
of
器です。
Mario and
で、
Luigi
ゲ
as
ーム
your
が
main
進むにつ
characters.
れて、
Now, it is
ブレー
important
ドを
to
使った
note
コンボ、
that is not an end of run
もし
situation.
く
That
は、
is
敵の落と
really,
した銃や手
really
榴
like
弾、ロケットラン
we
チャーな
only
どの
really
武
have
器も
blood rain
使えま
to
す。
do that during. And so I want to make sure that you keep that in mind as our train is rolling on that. And you know how I just said that we have blood rain coming up? And this is your time to do that? Well, it is in fact time. We are ready for blood rain in the immortal words of
当社
Hilary
の
Duff. Let the
Vynn
rain fall down.
で、
Okay, maybe it's a
B
little
さ
bit of
ん
a
ってい
different
いのか
rain,
な、
but
Vynn。
all right, we have blood rain
本カテ
80%
ゴリー
with
自己ベ
Vin.
スト、
When you are ready, Vin, let's walk through the rain
イ
together.
ンゲームタイム換算で19分29秒。SRC 上で世界2位の方と
Hi,
なっており
so yeah, my name is Vin, and I'm here with my
あ、
wonderful
ちょうど
host.
画面来
Would you
ま
like
し
to
た
introduce
ね。
yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm on commentary.
Yes. So we're going to be doing Blood Rain today, and this is an interesting game, lots of in and out of bounds sort of tech. And so what I'm going to do is say that the game
今
begins
画
as
面
soon
来まし
as I
た。
click easy.
ちょ
So
っと
that's
流
the
血表現がある
difficulty
ので、
that we'll be playing
ちょ
on. And
苦
for
手
the
な
rest
方
of
は
the
ちょっ
games, I
と
suppose
音
we'll
を
be
押すだ
getting
けとか、
into
もし
going
くはちょっと
into
休
it.
憩を挟むことを推
So
奨
on
し
a
ます。
countdown of 3,
画面先で
2,
の休憩を
1, and
推奨し
go.
ています。はい、始まりました。
So
グ
we're
ッド
just
ラック
kind
で
of
す。
starting off here in
この人ですね、主人
Louisiana.
公のレイ
There's
ン
a
さん。
lot of
赤い
weird
髪で。
kind of stuff going on. We got a lot of strange sort of zombie-like creatures. Obviously, like the first level, you're not going to expect too much. The second level, thankfully, thanks to Heckigan, as well as so many other members in the speedrunning community for Blood Rain. Hecky recently just came up with a bunch of
Yeah,
new
so
tech,
please
so
do-
we've been sort of getting to work regarding that. Normally we'd have a way longer kind of area that we'd have to
だ
try
い
and push
ぶ
ourselves
ア
out
ク
of
ションと
bounds
して
with,
出来
but
がいい。
now we
動
get
き
to use
が
this little wall here at the corner.
丁
We
寧
just
とか。
want to say hi to it,
二段
back
ジャン
up,
プ、三
and
段
go
ジャンプ
forward a
結構
little
で
bit,
きるみたい。
like that. And we
あ
just
っと
kind of
壁抜け。
normally we would go towards the end over there. You can see like a weird creature thing, which is where we get our blood rage. Blood rage helps us be stronger, and it just affects your attack overall, makes you way stronger than you're meant to be.
これ
Just
雲
as kind
みたい
of
な
a
敵です
note,
かね。なん
when
か
setting
骨
up for the run, you do
骨
just
で
want
で
to
きた
have
ような
your
雲みたいな。
FPS set to about 400 to kind of start doing skips. We do this in the community as it makes the game a lot more fun. I have set everything to 1,000. So I'm doing a very high risk, high reward strategy right
アク
now.
ションにおいてのできるこ
For
とが
this
かな
little
り。
level here,
この
I
時
am
点
going
で
to
も
be
結
doing
構
this
多
now
い
and
です
then.
ね。
It is a special kind of vision, like a vampire vision, to see where your objective is and just kind of where you're meant to go, etc., etc. Our objective right now is to follow this. It's essentially an escort mission in this level, but yeah, we're going to be keeping a close eye on that because if we get too far,
青いのはオーラセンスといって視野を青色で表示し、目標と目的地は明るい青。生物や緑や赤までの色が
very end of this level, it is
生き
definitely
物ですね。赤になるほど死にかけている。
And you'll also see Rain kind of wiggling on these a little bit, like that. That's to prevent the in-terminal cut, which is the new release. This
パン
doesn't
チ系に
happen,
使
but
え
we're
る機
playing
能で
on
す。
Legacy, which is the very, very first release of this game on PC. So you get kind of stuck doing that really awkward slowed down animation. When you wiggle, you don't have that problem. So we do a little wiggle wiggle as we kind of progress along these
操作の
levels.
都合上だいぶ入れますね。
And we're coming up to the final
画面良いお
portion of
気を
this
つけ
level
て
now, actually, which is pretty cool.
私も気を
So
つけます。
we have discovered this little area here. We go over here into our mode, and that is where the final destination, so to speak, is. We're just gonna go here. Don't go under the ladder, that's bad luck. Because anytime I go under that, I just seem to get a bad run. So we're just gonna go over here, go over and land on this cutscene, which is meant to play, but okay, it's very ever so slightly off. And then we just want to do the setup
結果、あ
where we go into the middle of this island sort of thing. We chop off a leg and then just
早っ
just have our head completely melt away like butter. And now we're in Argentina. So we gotta take down a bunch of bad guys in this area. We're not going to be taking down all of them, obviously. We're just going to be phasing in and out of walls. It's way more important to us. But we do have to take down one person. And they're in here. So one thing that is also very important to note is when there's a cutscene,
空気が
you
変わ
want
っ
to press escape on the keyboard to get out of there as soon as possible. For whatever reason, when
あ、
you
武器
just
奪い
go
ま
out
した
of the
ね。
cutscene really, really quickly, enemies don't have time to kind of
早速使ってます。
go into their
また
signature
壁抜けしてる。
or they're not able to go into where they're supposed to be, so we're not gonna bother letting them do that. We're gonna go through here, do this. This is kind of more other little struts, and we're just gonna go here, go down. And you see this level, like it's right here.
ああ、
These little things where you're able to hit them, and so long as anything kind of hits them, you're good to go. We'll be taking advantage of that quite a lot in later levels when we need to use
ねえ、なんか壁薄すぎない？
explosives and stuff to kind of just hit the general area. The general area in and of itself is just what you want to kind of hit. And then you're able to skip a ton of levels as long as you were in the vicinity of that trigger for the end of the level. So this one, you can do one or two things. You can go through the door here or just go through the corner. And just go up here with this kind of strat, which is pretty cool. Don't go too far to the door that's like right over there when you're going through. Otherwise you trigger a cutscene and we don't want to do that. This little thing is a little bit more tricky. You want to kind of go in and then go up.
いや、柱も薄いんだよ。
At the same time, so that you could go up and through all the corners in the building and wind up out of bounds. And then you're just able to hop back in bounds and then just whatever, like everything is completely chill. And then we just go out here and what is really, really handy to do is with all these ones here. It's not mandatory, but it's practically mandatory. Let's be real. And then we just jump over here. You want to do a half jump here because what happens is if you
ホラゲーのはずなのに壁抜けが多すぎておもろ。おもろ。
and we just got to start the level again, unfortunately. And this is where another little skip happens. Usually we have to go through a final boss section. Commando, he's very annoying. What we gotta do
ま
now
た抜けま
is
した。
just go over here. Thanks again, Heki, for this. Don't know how you found this, but
壁
yeah,
抜け
you
で
do
ス
that.
ロー入るんでしょうか。どうなんだ？
I don't know how we found that. I really don't. And in the next level, we immediately have to go into slow-mo mode.
ホラゲー感がないけど逆にホラゲーなんか操作するキャラクターの方が怖えよ。
Do you have time for? Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, go on. Absolutely, go ahead. Take it away.
後ろなんかお
I
る
just。wanted to give a quick update that we are at 405
で
out
ま
of
壁抜けで逃げました。
3,500 needed for that save Wario and Luigi incentive. And reminder that is not an end of run incentive, so we don't have much time. You see how fast Vin is doing this? Let's go.
Oh,
いやもうやりたい放題ですね。
speaking of which,
No, you're still great.
don't worry. It's absolutely chill. We just need to stay out of bounds. We don't want to go back in bounds too quickly. And also, heck yeah to that. Basically, we just didn't want to get caught with the Countess because it is Rain's counterpart, essentially. And jumping into that water generally in that precise sort of angle lets you hit the trigger point pretty much bang on that. With this one, with that little corner there, sometimes you might struggle, but if you look down and try to like phase through things for whatever reason, it helps. For whatever reason that is, though, I don't know. Nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and go forward. There will be certain areas where you just kind of look down and sometimes even look away from trigger points entirely, because some of them are visual in nature. That one will be happening when we go across the bridge. It's kind of a good idea to stay away from these barrels. I initially thought it was only the red barrels that were explosive. Nah, it's all of them. Now I'm gonna do a marathon.
パッと見入力フレームもピクセルもなんか関係なく再現しやすそうですね。
This one you can just go through here and you're able to walk in the out of bounds area. And we're going to
薄いのも相まって。
So you see this, immediately go into slow mode afterwards and then just face through that. Never mind, I did a boo-boo. But you're usually able to just go through that and everything is hunky-dory, as they say. So you just go through here. And now that I'm going through again, I won't get that
転倒を避けるために壁抜
immediately
け。
into slow-mo mode. Like this, go through the corner. If she will let
な
me.
んかもう壁紙レベルですよねこ
Okay,
れ。
maybe I'm gonna have to do the OG strat, which is actually quicker to begin with. Nevertheless, these guys are all like possessed by paramites, or not paramites. I'm thinking of Oddworld. Daymites. So daymites are like these little weird rain. Please be nice. There we go. Thank you. The daymites are just kind of a thing from Blair Witch 1, Rust and Power, which Terminal Reality also made, and they just reintroduced them. There's a lot of callbacks actually to this game with that. For whatever reason, they allowed people to just walk in the out-of-bounds section up until that point where I just jumped back in. And we actually hit this. I can't believe it. So again, we're just meant to, well, okay, fine. Hit the trigger point, like that. For whatever reason, I couldn't see that one. Nevertheless, we're going to do a YOLO skip here, which is like right out of bounds. And till about like here, shoot. You're meant to shoot, and then what happens is you're just meant to say, hey, whatever. We have done the entirety of the level. This level is really, really quick regardless, so if you don't get it, don't be disheartened. But I am just going to go ahead and go straight over here. Just so that we don't do any more mistakes. Because it's a high risk, high reward sort of thing. You gotta shoot the exit here, like that. And we'll be using, hopefully, a very nice individual, if they're going to be nice. Never mind, they are not nice. However, I did steal this rocket launcher regardless, and it's got 2 rockets in it, which will last us to the end of the actual game. We're gonna go out of bounds here.
いい壁抜けですね。
Into that weird kind of vision again. And that should be enough. You just gotta go inbounds to where that are, well, close enough to that trigger point, and we should be good. Again, more out of bounds shenanigans. So you're able to go through there, thankfully. You get a bit of a cutscene, thankfully you just get to ignore it. And say, hey, you know what, I'm not gonna do what the level wants me to do. We're gonna pretend that everything here is a corner and go through. We're gonna go straight up over and over here, and we're just gonna rest ourselves here. We're gonna press ourselves here and shoot the final trigger level for the ability to get over here. So we just need to get Beliar's Eye, which is gonna be pretty cool. If we can actually manage to get over to that little thing. There's a way easier strat as well if you don't want to do that, and it's just a little further. You don't need to worry about like too much. You just gotta go over here, sort of, and then about there you just go over and over here and slip in. 1, 2, 3, and we're good to go. So don't hit 2 from this point on until the end of the game, essentially, which is the only moment I am going to use that new ability that we've gotten, which is a zoom in ability. Sound warning for the next 10 seconds, that's what I'm going to say. Because big explosions. And you're done. That's it, that's fine. So what I did there was, because we gotta run away from this and there's no actual skips for this portion of the level, we just kind of gotta run with it. You kind of want to do this, which is kind of the drill, and that's the slash. The drill helps you prevent you from stumbling in the game when that explosion hits.
どこを持ってゴー
And
ル
just
と
in
し
other
てんだ
explosions as well. You might take damage, but you're not gonna stumble. The last thing you want to do is get caught in that fire, that blaze. Especially as a vampire, because Vynn is half vampire. And now I'm hoping that this one will be nice to me as well. What we want to do is get into this section here and kind of pass through with the slow-mo ability. And for whatever reason, this is just being very awkward. And then we just want to do that, jump up kind of when you're sorted through the corner so that you get to do that. Otherwise, if you're not directly like kind of going through the corner, you'll wind up a level below, and then you just gotta run
雪降ってますね。
around a little bit more, and it's fine, it's chill. You still end the level pretty quickly. You are done here, Ray, don't worry. And when you hit escape, like bang on cue, because
壁抜けがナチュラルすぎる。
very much meant like even visible, that was meant for console. But when you hit escape like bang on time, you don't see that would you like to save screen whatsoever. And we're just kind of go through here and say, hi, how you doing? Give me your blood. Because we're a vampire now, it's kind of just time to be a vampire. We're going to be more of a vampire from here on out, like here and there, because there are some like guys that you just gotta like take care of. As
次のせ
we're going to drop down the floor here.
切
And all in here, nothing's happening, but
ってドアに踏
we
め
want to go through here, and then all of a sudden, oh look, things are happening. And this is where our objective is. Nice. That was actually pretty cool. Quick kill. You rarely ever get that with this dude. There is a method where you can shoot enemies, like, and just take them down really, really quickly. But it's not fully understood how it works yet. That one failed. That's fine. You can go through that corner up here, pretty much, and then it's just whatever. We go into the next level, which is a mech section. Because you can't have a vampire game.
んなんか急にロボに乗ってっ
Take
と
care of
あ
a
れ
couple people in here. This is probably one of the more louder levels, I'd say, because also
え、何
lots of explosives going on. And we can get lucky or very unlucky with these guys. Those vampires as well can do a hefty one-hit kill on both the player and
なん
the
か
enemy.
違うことが始まってい
What
る
I'm gonna do is get kind of 3/4 sort of inside the machine with our minigun so that it deals extra damage. And this was never patched out even from prototype days. I don't know why. Even testing like the Xbox prototypes, it was still there. So there's like the outer shell which takes damage and the inner shell of the actual objective that takes that little bit more of damage when you're actually trying to try everything. So kind of walking into them and just doing that, and then try and aim for that guy over there because he's going to be a bit of a nuisance. So the reason why he's a nuisance is he's the only enemy in this level that runs around in a circle. Gotta
Do
love
we have
it.
time? Oh, do we
Absolutely,
have
go
time for a
ahead.
quick donation? Yeah, absolutely. We are 405
いや、もう
out of
完
the
全別ゲーですよ。
35 for the Save Wario and Luigi. And remember, that one's going to come up quick. And we have $50 from Mira saying girls deserve to be able to learn. Yes, they absolutely do. Thank you so much, Mira. And y'all, keep them coming. We want to see this incentive met. Make sure you are selecting it when you donate.
Thank you. And definitely get the donations in, because, yeah, like, it's going to a good cause, in my opinion, as well. I'm just going to say that you will also see this guy's life bar just kind of deteriorate, or we can just start flying. That's also pretty cool. Thanks a lot. Thank you also for putting me back on the ground. And then just melts away like that. So that's probably one of the better areas to kind of see the life bars for the machinery get taken out, like, just, yeah, entirely. So another little cutscene. We're going to be seeing guys on jetpacks now. Because reasons. Why not? If you have a jetpack, why not use it? So there's gotta be a few of them. I don't know why we don't just get out the machinery here and now, but yeah, they'll be kind of funky sometimes. You'll see them going like yo-yoing up and down the screen sometimes. But we want to go over here, immediately skip the cutscene, hit C. At least that's what my slash button has been defined to. I have a very awkward kind of layout, so it's just one of those things. It could be different for you too. Yeah, that guy's just stuck in a corner right now. That gives me plenty of time to climb up here, skip another cutscene, slash through these gates, and go through to the next level. So we're usually meant to fight another level here, or another like level boss here, but there's a corner. Trust me. We're just gonna go through that and to the end of the level here, which is gonna be kind of cool. So tap that twice, and what we want to do is go immediately behind us through here, do kind of like half a jump, and then you'll wind up here with the slash. And we kind of want to do something similar here, where we go again through this corner. There's another corner in here. I'm just going to wait for Rain to kind of end that ability, that slash ability, and then we're just going to be a vampire again. Sometimes you might wind up draining the vampires that are outside. They look like werewolves, but they're vampires. It kind of got me the first time I started playing this too. So in this level, we do just want to get that little, not grenade, the dynamite, and jump down here. So this was another one of our targets. The vampire decided, hey, you know what? I want him instead, so we're going to let him do that. Casually jump over a vampire who tried to get in our way, and go to the end of the level, which has not been finished. And then we're just going to go through some more corners.
ああ、まただ。
Through here like that. Back in.
これを乗れ？いや、
Usually we
壁
have
抜け
to
です
go
ね。
up to the... Well, that's fine. Usually we're meant to go up to this windmill thing that's through here. But we don't have to do that anymore. We can just simply go through here instead, do a big jump and not bonk our heads, and then you might hear that as well. That's this ability, or hook shot, which is rarely ever used. I would like some more head rocks to help me take care of these beams, because it means I can get through the level quicker, even though there is a cutscene involved with it. That's okay by me. They can get stuck in the air, so you might only find that you're being chased by one or two. Sometimes you might not even be chased by any. That's okay. Again, we just kind of deal with what we're given. And this is like the last grenade then that we'll be seeing for the moment. Everything here is a minefield, by the way, so just watch your step. But sticking close to the wall, and we're going to go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Gotchas. One of them's probably going to be left over, but it's okay. So this is now what we're going to do. We're also going to avoid that dude, because not very nice of them to actually grab the rocket launcher and try to use it against us. If it does land, unfortunately, it can be a one-hit kill. This is the bridge that I was meaning earlier, that has a visual trigger for some reason. To avoid the visual trigger, you either just constantly look down on the ground, or just turn around and run backwards. So that's what I'm going to do instead. This is kind of more of a one-hit area that I've noticed in recent runs that I've been trying. But it is what it is, and we just want to get this guy. I'd like you to stop doing that, thank you. Now, usually I would probably get a grenade or so, but I'm going to ignore it this time. We're just going to go straight down to the end of the level. We're like 2 levels off now. And this is the second last level. Normally you'd be fighting like twins right now, but we're not gonna do it fairly. So we're gonna go into a blood rage mode. The only times that you'll probably see it.
自己ベのインゲームタイム抜きでは20分台が自己ベだったはず
You
だ。
can skip the cutscene of
もう
climbing up
終
the
盤です
ladder. I
ね。
don't know why it's a cutscene. Normally you'd have to kick down this door, or well, gate rather.
No one crosses me ever.
We can just go around it instead. So we just want to get some of the blood rage back, and preferably not get kicked in the back. And this is the last level. So there's 2 bosses here. I'm gonna get into where I like to stand and start taking this guy down. And that is the only time that you'll probably ever see Rain use that weird vision thing. So now it's just kind of time to try and aim your weapon for where Beliar's gonna land. Oh, you decide to walk backwards now, huh, buddy? Usually he will just go in through the doorway for Lucky, but sometimes he decides, nah, I feel like having a walk right now. So, Beliar's having a nice little walk. Are you gonna pick up what I think you're gonna pick up? Be nice. Be nice. That's all I'm asking of you right now. Because Beliar right now, not nice. Not nice at all. The only... Oh my god! He actually did that! Oh, hell yeah, thanks. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna have to kill you, though. Sorry. When their life
編
hits
集したり
zero,
戻っ
it's
て
time
大変だ
to-
ね。
We're done.
Oh,
that
oh my
is Blood
gosh.
Rain.
お、グッドゲームです。
That is Blood Rain. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you so much, Abby, for being on the couch. It was also some really nice moral support. If you want to catch any of my runs, feel free to join me over at twitch.tv/Venata, where you can find a lot more Blood Rain. This is kind of one of the more usual runs that I go for, and other stuff too. And also shout out to the community for helping make the run what it is today. Really, really short and way optimized. And over to Abby if you want to give a couple of shout outs.
Yeah, everybody in chat should go follow Vynn.
というわけで続い
She's
て
a
ダイルを準
fantastic
備しています。い
speedrunner,
けます。
runs
失礼い
Devil
た
May
します。
Cry, and obviously Blood Rain. And I'm happy I could be moral support. Yeah.
And you should also check out Abby's Corner on twitch.tv, because she also does some killer runs, Resident Evil 2, so much more. You will not regret it. Having said that, I will also pass this back now onto your lovely host.
Joined with my good friend Swiftaloo, by my good friend Swiftaloo. And Swift, I have to level something with you.
Yeah.
I've been working on getting the studio set up to make sure everything is ready for all the amazing runs that we've been seeing. We'll see for the rest of the week. And I am really tired. So I'm going to try my best to get through this and stay awake, but I might need a little help, okay? Are you willing to
Okay,
help me with
I
that?
got you. I'll be your wing woman.
Exactly. Thank you so much. So yeah, we have all these amazing prizes that we hate to talk to you about. Go, as a reminder, gamesdonequick.com/donate is the place you want to go to donate for all these amazing prizes. For example, we have the Lo-Fi Super Mario 64 album by 88-Bit. Love these albums. We've seen a couple of them in the past. They're all super great. All the music just super relaxing, gets you in a sort of calm mood. I love the art on the cover of them. They have these amazing isometric views. Each one of them has their own isometric thing to it that are all based on the games. Love all of them. Lo-fi making me a little bit sleepier, but that's okay. I just have to get through the prizes. We have the cross-stitched eye keychain from Ciora. $5 minimum donation for that as well. You all know the GDQI. GDQI is in chat.
It's so
Perler
cute.
keychain on this that you can put and see the eye wherever you want. And actually, that gives me a good idea. Swift, when you were in school, did you ever do the thing where you were up too late the night before and you had to get up too early and you were like, you ever do that?
No, because I'm too much of a